Good morning. Welcome to Pemberley Farm. Well, today you just get to see hands. And what have we got in front of us here? Well, this is a garden notebook that I started some time back, and some days I keep this notebook better than others. But I keep it because it gives me information that I don't have to go look up somewhere else about the fruit trees and the vegetables and everything that we have growing here, particularly the things that are perennials, meaning things that either come back year after year, or like the fruit trees that will be here forever as long as we care for them. And so because this place will go to my children when my husband and I are gone, this also gives them information about the trees and the fruit that grows here and the things that we did on this farm. So let's get started. I chose this notebook because of course it looks like a garden to me. But your mileage may vary on notebooks. All right. So I just got the pockets, and in the pockets I keep different little things. This is comes out, I tore it out of one of these. The almanac that you can get free at any feed and seed around here, and I assume you can in other places in the United States as well. But in our area, you get these free at the feed and seed store. And so I tear out the area that tells you in your area when you can plant what. And that's just an overview. It's not the main thing that I look at. Mostly I look at, if I'm going to look at something, I will look at something I'll show you a little bit later in the video. A lot of it is just because I've done it forever and I know when I can plant what. But still, I have backups in case I need to know something. All right, so first in here, we have fruit. And so what I've done is, I've listed the fruit that ripens by season. Winter, spring, summer, fall. And now some of them are going to go over into they're going to overlap. Like the kumquats will be ripe in the fall, but they'll go over into winter, and then I just put citrus in winter, which includes kumquats. But they will be ripe still, and my tree will still be bearing even in the winter. So, and then I divided it up by fruits by month, what is ripe. Again, these are things that I know because I'm old and and I've done it for so long. But these are information for my kids so that they know when what should be ripe. And also, I didn't put in February. Kumquats are still, my tree still has kumquats on it in February. Not many, but it still has some on it.
This is for our area.
Yeah, this is for the Northwest Florida area. I live in Florida, but not South Florida. I live in Northwest Florida, and that's kind of like lower Alabama. I don't live on the coast. I live inland. So it's about equal distance to Alabama, from my house to Dothan, Alabama, as it is to the Gulf. So I live inland, and other than heat, we are not tropical, so to speak. We're just hot.
This, like, strawberries wouldn't be ripe in April in Maine or something, so.
Right.
This is for our area.
Yes. So in our area, strawberries you would have in March and April. Now, further south, you can get strawberries in February, but that's further south. But this is for my area. So what you have to do is look for your area, and I'll show you where to find some of that information as we go further. Anyway, so these are just the rest of the months for the fruit, what's ripe when. And if I'll look at it someday and I'll probably go back and go, oh, wait a minute, I didn't add that. And like persimmons will cover from September to November here. So, like I say, they overlap. All right. So then, here we are with our blueberries. I did the fruit alphabetical, so it'd be easier to find. And I have put where certain blueberries are. like all blueberries in the, I can't read it upside down. Oh, in the pasture. We moved these here when we first moved here over 16 years ago. And we moved them from our house that was closer to the coast. And those blueberries have been amazing. Right now they're a jungle, and this winter we will divide them up and put some of them somewhere else because they are all too close together. If you've seen some of our other videos with my blueberry jungle where I said please don't judge, yeah. So anyway, but those blueberries have been here for a long time, and bless their hearts, we moved them from where we were in full bloom, and I just knew that we wouldn't get a blueberry that year, and they were loaded. So they're good bushes. I have no idea what kind they are, what variety, because they were already at the place that we lived in when we moved down there. When we separate these, then I will also add to the blueberries. I'll have to do it on the back or add another page in here. That's why I did it in a 3-ring binder, so that I could add pages with more information. When I transfer some of these blueberries to another location, then I will also put when we did that and where we put them. So anyway, and then we went on into fertilizer. I color code things, guys, and so this is just general information. Red is fertilizer and green is pruning. So the fertilizer tells what you use, when you do it, and just information about how many times you do it, things like that. And that way we can, without having to go find another piece of paper, everything is in this one book about every fruit that grows here. And then, like I said, pruning. And so now I'm going to show you where I have fallen short. Okay, full disclosure, because here we should have put when we fertilized, pruned, or picked, the amount and the date. And you see that it is blank. So I will fess up to have fallen short on this because I just set this book up probably the end of last year in preparation for this year. And I just forgot about this part. Now, a lot of the information that would go in here is in my planner. I have a planner that's just for the farm, and I write down what goes on most days. Now again, some days are just so crazy that it doesn't get put down. But most days I try to write down what was done on the farm, who did it, if we have outside help come in, if one of us did it, what we did, if we canned something, how much we got, if how many buckets of peas we picked, things like that. Try to keep record in my planner. So a lot of that I can transfer into here. But you don't want to have to go back to every year to the planner, the previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 year planners. It can all be in this book and be seen how the blueberries did. Now, something that I've not added, and I will have to add a couple of more pages to this, is we have new blueberry bushes that we bought and set up a completely new blueberry bed somewhere else. And so that has nothing to do with the original blueberries that came here. And I know what kind they are, and I know when they were planted and all of that, because like I say, it's in my planner. So I will have to set that page up. But anyway, so we go through actually all the fruit that's here, and I'm not going to go over fruit by fruit, but anyway, that's what we did with everything that grows here. The pears, the persimmons, the I've got thornless blackberries, all of that, all the information about where they came from, when they were planted, if I know this information, when they were planted, then how to fertilize them, how to prune them. I don't prune pear trees, so they just grow to be 40 feet tall, and that's what they are. But generally speaking, other things I do prune, and so the information would be there. All right, so then I do the same thing with veggies. There's not any, basically, with the veggies and, what kind of veggies grow here, when's the best time to plant them and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go through all of that. And then we have herbs. because different vegetables grow different in different locations, so depending on where you are. So, for instance, on the herbs, turmeric. This, I don't have as much information down here as I should on turmeric, and I'll go back and fix that. On a lot of the herbs, I've not finished the page. But I have turmeric. I have it in what raised bed is in, and I'll show you in a little bit about the raised beds. But here, I can go ahead and show you. I have 18 raised beds. And this is a diagram of where they are and what their numbers are. And so, let's see, I'm going to look. Oh yeah, this is the one that's out by itself and what we call the pasture, but it's the big main garden, and it's a keyhole bed. Okay, I'm going to go back. So anyway, some of these raised beds have perennial herbs in them that will, remain the same forevermore. That's what they are. That's what they'll be. All right. So you can see how you can divide it up according to how it works at your house in your climate. Now this says IFAS info. IFAS is the state. Well, like the University of Florida here in. They have a big agricultural school, and so for this state, for the state of Florida, this tells you all your vegetables alphabetically, and it tells you whatever part of Florida you're in. Here's your crop: North Florida, Central Florida, South Florida. So we would use the North Florida one. Okay, so I don't plant arugula because I don't like it, but pole beans, bush beans and pole beans, you can do 2 crops. You can do plant in March to April, and you can plant August to September, because it stays warm here long enough that you can get another crop of green beans in the fall. And so we will be doing that before very much longer. So anyway, it's just a lot of good information, and you don't have to live in Florida to get this kind of information. I'm sure there's universities in every state that give out this kind of information, and these things are free. You can go to your extension office and for your local agricultural extension office, and they will, I'm sure, have information like this. So anyway, I think it's helpful. It's helpful for me to be able to go look when I should fertilize what, and to make sure that it's done. It's also helpful for my kids later, and they know where to go to look for something. I'm not planning on going anywhere anytime soon. However, you know, it's just something that is useful for everybody. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed our video today. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, we just thank you so much for joining us here at Pemberley Farm. God bless you from Pemberley Farm.